You can't manifest a new version of someone while obsessing over the old version's crimes. I saw that quote today and I was like, wow, that is really powerful. You cannot manifest a new version of someone while obsessing over the old version's crimes. That really got me. I was like, wow, I need to bring that up in today's video. So that's what we're going to talk about today. My name is Samantha. I'm a therapist, and I just got off a long day of sessions. It is 10:19 p.m., and I was going to do my video way earlier, but here we are. So this will be uploaded pretty much right after I do it, hopefully pretty quickly after I do it. So, and then I'm going to bed because normally I'm in bed by now. So I wanted to get this up and out, and it was an awesome day. I'm doing a video every day for a year, and it was for the main purpose was to get over my fear of social anxiety and public speaking and all of that, and then also to help more people than I am able to help one-on-one. So I did a lot of sessions today, and one of the sessions I did was this family session that I've known them for a while, and it was like any other group family session, would be. At first it's, I have everybody talk about what their needs are, and we talk about the rules of the group, and everybody, so creative what the kids can come up with. It's just so creative and so helpful. And, you're going through the rules, you're going through everybody's needs and wants and what they'd like to see as an end goal for what the family would look like. And then the goal is to create systems, because you can't have, can't reach your goals if you don't have systems set up. So we talked about systems, and then it gets, of course, it starts to get deep, with certain things and arguing, and the same loop will happen over and over, and we have to interrupt that loop. And so by the end, it was very, I don't know, I just started speaking from my heart. And I think that's whenever it started to really start to help more, if that makes sense. I feel like sometimes we try too hard, and I might try too hard in some of these videos. And I just started to decide to, even though I'm speaking from my heart in all the videos, sometimes I put a little pressure on myself at times that I'm not even realizing I'm doing. And so, and I did that in sessions when I first started doing sessions back, 2014 is when I started seeing people, and there's so much pressure on you to fix this person and fix their problems because they're coming to you as their savior. And you're like, I got to figure out how to put these pieces together. And it's so fun for me to do. But at first it was really overwhelming. And so I hadn't done a group in, I don't know how long. It's been forever. I mostly do individual sessions, or sometimes couple sessions, but mostly individual sessions. And it went so great. But I noticed how things I could have done better and all of that. But you cannot manifest a new version of someone while obsessing over the old version's crimes. That's one thing I didn't say that same thing to them, obviously, but this was brought up, how we need to let go of the past in order to move forward, of course. You cannot keep looking at your specific person. I guess this will be a specific person video as well. But you cannot look at the person that you're trying to have a better relationship with, or manifest for the first time, or manifest for the 12th time. You cannot manifest them back as the same old version unless you want that same old version. You cannot look at them as, you're the person that hurt me, over and over and over. Look at their crimes that they've committed if you want to manifest them back in as a better version for you. And again, I go back to change yourself first. There's no one to change but self. So I always go back to self-concept. And something I like to do if I'm ever feeling a trigger from someone, I just look at the trigger and I say, what did I feel from that? And then how can I give that to myself? And how might I be lacking that in myself? And so if they're abandoning you, you say, well, how might I be abandoning myself? And then you kind of dig into that. Well, where are you not showing up for you? And so I kind of did that in the session too, about how, where are you not showing up for yourself? Because if you're both feeling neglected in any way or abandoned or not understood or whatever the case is, 9 times out of 10, well, 10 times out of 10, I must say, everyone will say, I'm not showing up for myself. I'm neglecting myself. I'm putting this before myself and that before myself. And I'm constantly harping on this other person to change all these things. And so a lot of times when people will bring up, well, my kids won't do their chores and my husband or wife won't do this, and I always get what's underneath there. You know, there's always a worry, or there's a need for partnership. There's a need to connect. There's a need for honesty and sincerity and love, really. And so by the end of this long session, we just got to the heart of things, which was love. And then we brought God into it. And I've said for probably, I remember the first time I said this to somebody, it was like 9 years ago. And I said, just basically like put on your God glasses, you know, look at this person through the eyes of God and just put those glasses on and look at them through God's eyes. And if you're doing that, you won't be able to see the things that they've done in the past. And if you're trying to manifest a new relationship with the same person that you had before, you've got to start looking at them differently. You've got to start choosing to do that. But first, I think it starts with you. Look at yourself differently. Put your God glasses on, look in the mirror and say, man, you're awesome. I just love you so much. And you just put those on and start looking at yourself like that. As you start to feel better about you, you'll start showing up more for you in the ways that you might be neglecting you. And then you'll watch what magically starts to happen outside of you externally. Your external reality will change. People will start reflecting that back to you. So remember, don't argue with the mirror of life. Change the reflection. So change the person that's looking in the mirror. You can't expect for a smile to show up in the mirror if you're frowning at the mirror. So remember that. Just like if you're frowning at your person, like you suck, you did this to me, and I'm holding on to this resentment from the past, then they can't help but show you that back. And it really, my heart was huge tonight, I must say. Today was just, I don't know how to explain it, but being a therapist is hard sometimes. It's very, I don't think it's like draining really to me. It's more like I just get tired because my brain is working on overdrive trying to figure out what to say next and how to piece things together and all of that, what to ask next and all of that. But the main thing about it is I love it so much because you connect with people intimately and deeply, and you help them see themselves. That's what we did tonight. It's like we saw each other, we felt each other, and I got them feeling better about their situation, which is what you want, of course. But you could feel the love in the room, and you could feel the shift, the mental shift, the state shift, which is what we want. We want a mental state to shift. And there's nothing better than conjuring and creating and generating the feeling of love within you. And it just radiates out from you. You can't help it when you get there. So put on your God glasses and start looking at yourself in the mirror and at how awesome you are, and start looking at the world like that. And it can't help but reflect it back. But definitely start with you, and start with somebody that you're maybe having trouble with. If it's a spouse or a partner and you have children especially, it's like, man, just teach them to put on their God glasses too, and just teach them how to love themselves by loving you first. That's how we teach the world. We have to love ourselves first. And so, and part of doing that, part of loving yourself is speaking to yourself kindly, and also keeping the promises you make to yourself, figuring out what you need to promise yourself. Maybe you don't know what the promises are yet, but really start thinking about that. Write them down. What promises should I make to myself that I know I want to make them, but I haven't made them yet? Or I made them and I haven't done them for myself. I've put 10 other things ahead of me. And I promise when you start pouring into your own cup, you have a full cup to pour from, and it doesn't even get depleted. It's like it gets filled right back up again because you're filling it up yourself. You're not looking externally to feel good. You're generating the feeling from within first. So put on your God glasses. That's my message today. So, and don't hold anybody, don't obsess over the old version of your SP, as they call it, your specific person, whoever that specific person is. It can be the barista at Starbucks. It can be the cashier at Walmart. It can be your spouse, anyone. Don't obsess over the old crimes that they committed against you because, well, I think, we create them ourselves. So let's create something new by generating a new mental state from inside us first, and then the reflection in the mirror will change, and you will see it. You will see the change, and just watch what happens when you start living your life like that with your God glasses on. So thank you for listening and watching and commenting, and like, share, and subscribe if you'd like to. And if the message hit you today, send it off to somebody else who it might benefit. And I'm going to upload this and get my butt in bed. So you all take care of yourselves. Thank you for listening and watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.